So what do you get when you cross a computer science student with a radio general manager? Me. Hi. My name's Logan Pizzaro, and I'm the general manager of WXOU, Oakland University's radio station, and AI has really been popping off, quite a bit. So I really want to see how it will do here at the station. But I'm not going to tell anyone what I'm doing. We've all heard the chat lines of ChatGPT, so I'm going to save you the preamble. There's a lot of different jobs that we have here at the station. We have our radio shows live on air, done by our volunteer DJs. We also have public service announcements that we create. We have social media posts made by our staff. And there's a lot that goes on here at WXOU. So the question I'm answering here is, how good is our job security? God, this is going to be a depressing video. I'm a good boss, right? So there's a couple aspects of the radio station that I'm kind of sure that we can automate, mainly those that involve writing. So let's start with that.
I'm Zach Oberdier, and I'm the PSA director at WXOU. I record all the announcements that play on the air, and if you need an announcement that needs to be played on the air, you can email me at psa@wxou.org.
Zach is in charge of creating all the PSAs here at the station. All of our PSAs are fed into our system, and then they play throughout the day. But let's see if ChatGPT can create its own PSA. So I'm using ChatGPT 4. Yes, I paid for ChatGPT. Please leave me alone. Basically, the reason why I'm using GPT-4 instead of the regular free version of ChatGPT is it's a lot more creative when it comes to writing. And the results are astounding, really. So I think it's going to be able to come up with a lot more unique answers to what I'm feeding it, rather than just reading a bullet point list of statistics. So let's see if we can have it do some basic PSA scripts. One kind of stereotypical PSA that comes to mind is drinking and driving. So let's just see how it goes. It's actually pretty good. I didn't tell it was just going to be a table read, not a production, but that's right. I think it's gonna fit in pretty well. And I guess I should probably let you guys know what the plan is. I think it would be pretty good to make a radio show. We would then play it live on air, and then also have some PSAs generated by it. And then we're going to take the promotion side of it. We're gonna have it describe what the cover art should look like for the show, and then create that ourselves, because I kind of don't like AI image processing things at the moment. I don't think they look too great. And then I'm gonna record everything and put it on the air. I have no idea how it's gonna go, so hopefully it's gonna go pretty well. So at the station, we have to have 2 PSAs per hour, so let's just generate another one. Again, doing another pretty stereotypical prompt here. Let's do texting and driving. I've told it this time that it's going to be read by just the narrator, so hopefully that will make it a little bit better for a live show. But let's see. This is actually pretty good. I might actually send this one over to Zach after a couple edits, because this is not that bad. When did these PSAs play? Between songs. And who plays the songs? The DJs. It is time to pick what songs we're going to play. So we have a few different kinds of radio shows here at the station. Some of them are kind of podcast-like, where they just kind of talk for the hour. We have a few sports shows that are like that. Others have a theme that they come up with, and they play songs based on a specific theme. Like my show, I have a show called The Cover Up, where I play covers of songs. And then there's also just shows where the DJ will just play whatever they felt like that day, which are all really cool, and we love DJ freedom here at WXOU. But I'm just going to ask ChatGPT to come up with a theme for itself. Okay, this is actually a little insane. I really only asked it to for a theme and then an introduction, but it just did the whole show. This is actually kind of crazy. We're going a little bit old school, which is pretty cool. I just need to add some PSA transitions, and I think we'll be all set. These transitions are significantly better than I thought they were going to be. I think we have everything that we need for a full show. It kind of seems like it's a little bit on the shorter side. Typically our shows are an hour long, but I think we can get away with this one being about a half hour. And again, nobody knows that I'm doing this, so I'm just kind of making the rules as we go along. So we have this show title of Musical Time Capsule, but there's one thing that is really important when it comes to the radio station, and that's marketing.
Should I introduce myself?
Yeah, go ahead.
What's up? I'm Sid. I'm the promotions director. I run all of the social media, so if you see someone on TikTok with a WXOU radio handle, it's probably me making a fool of myself. And I run promotions and stuff on our Instagram, so like ticket giveaways and things like that.
And also, what do you like about the station?
Oh, it's so fun. I love the vibes. Initially, I came here because I saw Pitch Perfect had a radio station, and I went, ooh, that looks like fun. Gotta live out those Pitch Perfect dreams. But it is so much cooler.
Thank you, Sid. I am going to be replacing your job temporarily. Sid genuinely does a great job with the social media. We actually won first place in the state for how great our social media is here. So huge kudos to them. I definitely could not replace them with machine anytime soon. Something really important for a show to be recognizable is a cover that we can post on our Instagram or Twitter or whatever. So let's ask ChatGPT what our cover is going to be. I know it's not going to be able to make a design per se, but it'll be able to describe one hopefully pretty well enough. Then I'll just like make it in Photoshop with my really bad graphic design skills. Okay, I'm kind of liking this design. It definitely has some potential. I'm not gonna throw it into an AI generator. I know I probably could, but I just don't think it would come up with something as clean as I would want. Because you know, typically when you do something with AI image generation, it's kind of a little warped looking. But who knows? Maybe in the future we'd be able to just throw it over to our AI team at the station. I don't know. It's so much is happening so quickly with AI, but anyways, I'm just gonna run it into Photoshop and just like run a little montage here of me making this in Photoshop. So I think this will do with not really being a graphic designer myself. I just think now we just need to record the voice lines that we got earlier. So I'm just gonna throw it in Audacity. Luckily I have all the music that it selected already. I already owned all of those. So I'll just be able to throw this together really quickly. And yeah. Hello dear listeners, and welcome to Musical Time Capsules, the radio show where we take you on a nostalgic journey through the soundtracks of different eras. Let's kick off our musical journey with the Beatles' legendary hit, Hey Jude. Released in 1968, this classic song was written by Paul McCartney and remains one of the most iconic tunes of all time. Hey listeners, today we're going to have a little heart-to-heart about something that affects us all. And that brings our journey through the swinging 60s to a close. So yeah, I think this show, it sounds pretty good for its, first attempt, I guess. It did a really good job of kind of making sure that the listener was kind of engaged and kind of keeping the listener in mind. I think it was actually really good, and especially with those PSA transitions, it was really like, let's keep our community safe and all of that. So it's really interesting how well it was able to replicate a radio show like this. But yeah, I guess there's only one thing left to do, and play it on air. Now, at the moment we are broadcasting a baseball game, so it's not ideal to put it on air in the middle of this game, I don't think, but I'm gonna throw it onto our second stream. You can listen to our both streams if you go to wxou.org/live. They'll have our regular stream, which you can also find on TuneIn, and sometimes we'll also have a secondary stream with some other kind of oddball shows here and there. So yeah, let's try it out, see how it goes. I'm actually kind of excited for the final result to be broadcast. Alright, so I just plugged in the flash drive that I have here of the show that we made. This is what we have in our other recording studio. We have just like console in here, and then our computer that is connected to our server where we host all the audio streaming. So yeah, it's all connected, and let's just give it a play. Legendary hit, Hey Jude. Released in 1968, this classic song was written by Paul McCartney. Yeah, so I mean, it kind of worked very well. I'm gonna cut the music for copyright reasons, but we have a live show done by AI, and that's a little wild. But yeah, I guess thank you so much for watching, joining us on this journey, and yeah, subscribe. See you next time.
I'm a gremlin.